Hello there, Stephanie Kammerman, the Stock Whisperer, here with this week's The Darkpool Weekly Whisper for March 18th. But before we get to this week's hot stock picks, that's right, you guys know the drill. We got to go over last week's. Wow. Last week was incredible. 140% gains just on the stocks. Most of my traders trade options, so the gains are quite larger than that, but still 140% gains if you've taken all of my recommendations. Obviously, I know you're not going to take all of them, but 89 hit targets. That's right, 89. We had some phenomenal trades. Aurora, ACB, we had those very big prints before the news, right? Prints always come first. Love actually had a print before the crash, but still a great short. Also, the VXXB, we had those big prints. That went down 15%. Apple was another great one. My traders were rocking it, but one trader in particular stood out because he has made a tremendous amount of progress. And I love when I see my traders working hard and then it clicks. In fact, he had his best week ever so far. His name is Otis. Congratulations, Otis. Really good job. I know you have a lot more to learn, but you are doing phenomenal. So keep it up. And yeah, let's see what we have this week. Because guys, we had massive dark pool prints this week. It's been a long time since we've had such big levels across the board. So I'm going to tell you, we got a big move coming. Now, it doesn't happen right away. It could be this week or next week. Okay, but I'm going to give you the levels to watch and to trade off of. So we had 11 million dark pool level. These are those late prints that I pay the most attention to at 278.54. That was the first level. Then we had an 8.5 million on the SPY at 279.38. And then we had a 7.5 million at 281.40. Now we closed below 281.40, but you can see we're still above 278.54. I am going to be uber bearish, okay? I will call a correction if we close below this 278 level. That's where I draw the line in the sand pretty much. If we go below these prints here, all right, then we turn bearish. As long as we stay above, that's still bullish, but a lot of times we see them kind of drifting it up as they're still selling, and then all of a sudden we may come down below them. That's when you want to go short, okay? So just watch those levels. I will be bullish above 282.50 if it's buying. Okay, you got to be prepared on both sides. If it's buying, you guys, we are going up. Yes, we are going all the way up, okay? 290, possibly 295. If it's selling, we're going down to 270. All right, that's what I can see. And again, it's not this often that we do get dark pool prints across all the major indexes. All right, so the SPY, those are your key levels. The Russell also had a big level at 154.21. All right, and we closed, you know, pretty much close to it, all right, with some wicks on top. So again, I'm going to be bearish if we drop below 153.75. It's a key level. I'll only be bullish on the IWM above 156. Let's go to the Qs because we had a massive level on the Qs. Really big, 7.5 million. I have not seen a level like that in a long time. So we are going to be bullish above 179, right? If this is buying, we should turn parabolic. That's really where we're at this chart, all right? And if it's selling, I'm going to be bearish below 175.50. We'd have to come down and break below that. You know, if we drop below all of these levels, then that's going to be a correction, okay? As long as we stay above, we're okay, but these are definitely key. DIA, we also had dark pool activity on that as well. I'm going to be bullish above 260 and bearish below 256. Stay nimble. Just definitely feel like a very big move is about to happen. Let's go to gold. GLD, bullish above 124 and bearish below 122. GDX, we're going to be bullish above 22.75 and bearish below 22. It's kind of stuck. Yeah, in the zone. You don't want to trade until we either break out or break down. You know, we're not always in a trade zone. Just because you like something doesn't mean you trade it all the time. Wait for it to break above or below a specific level. Patience. GG, bullish above 1120 this week and bearish below 1080. And FCX. Yeah, this is one that I definitely got my eye on. Bullish above 1275 and bearish below 1225. Oil was hot this week. We had a lot of prints the week before, right? So we did have a nice move. USO this week, bullish above 1225 and bearish below 1187. And XOP does have a dividend on Thursday, so watch that. Whenever we have dividends, it does usually move down in the morning. And if it's really strong, it should bounce right back up again. So on XOP, we're stuck kind of on this like trend line right here. That's the T spot, this 30 level. So we're going to be bullish above 30.25, give it another quarter, and I'm going to be bearish below 29.50. Now let's move on to the financials. Financials, XLF are going to be bullish above 26.80 and bearish below 26.20. Waiting for these guys to move. Bank of America. Yeah, I had a nice quick trade on this the other day from 29 to 29.50. So this week, there was some selling there. Yeah, if we can break above that 29.50, all right, I like it, but there's not too much room till we hit resistance, right? Just shy of 30. We'll see. But if it does break down again below 29, I will turn bearish once again for Bank of America. Wells Fargo, yeah, finally made a move into the week above that 50 level. And this week will be bullish above 51 and bearish below 50. Yeah, if it comes back down to 50 and can't hold, that's going to turn bearish. Let's go to XLK. Wow, this was a big one last week. Great Whisper. Does have a dividend on March 21st as well. Bullish above 73.50 this week. Bearish below 71.75. Pretty big range there, but it would have to break down below that for me to turn bearish. AMD, I really like this chart. This is pretty cool. We're kind of in this wedge here, trying to pop out. So I'll be bullish above 23.75 and bearish below 22.75 for AMD. MU's earnings, by the way, are coming out on the 20th, on Wednesday after the close. So please be careful if you are trading any semiconductors like AMD, Intel, or SMH, you know, any of those guys, Xilinx, Maxim, LRCX. Yeah, they can definitely be affected by MU's earnings. Should be a lot of fun though. We love to trade them after they come out. Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. Let's go to Facebook, or should I say faceplant this week, right? Wow, this thing really took a dive. This week we're going to be bullish above 170. Yeah, we'd have to go back and break above that 8 exponential moving average and the major level 170. Bearish below 165. If it does start to move down again, that's going to be bearish. Let's go to Intel. Again, just be careful with MU's earnings. Bullish above 54.75 and bearish below 53.50. ON, this is a semiconductor stock as well, had prints on it. Bullish above 22.50 and bearish below 22. Let's go to the emerging markets because we definitely had tons of prints. EWZ, Brazil, bullish above 44, bearish below 43 for Brazil. VWO, we're going to be bullish above 42.75 and bearish below 41.80. Japan had a lot of prints on it recently. EWJ, we're going to be bullish above 54.50 and bearish below 53.75. FXI, China, we're going to be bullish above 44.75 and bearish below 43.75. Let's go to telecommunications. Verizon, you guys know I've been loving this. Yeah, so much I put it on my blog. A couple weeks ago, it broke above that T-spot. We have seasonality. We have prints. We had more prints this week at 57.60, 57.51. I've just been riding this up, rolling up options all along the way. This week, bullish above 58.50. Bearish below 57.50 if it does go below that. But we do have, you know, resistance on this trend line coming up. So we'll see. Obviously, if we do break above that, that would be parabolic. Let's go to AT&T. Yeah, this one looks interesting. And we had prints on AT&T, bullish above 30.75. 31 is really the T-spot, though. Yeah, that'll be resistance. But if we can close above that, that would be very, very bullish. Bearish below 30.25 for AT&T. And we did have big prints, by the way, 30. You know what? Hold on a minute. I got to make some changes because I just noticed the prints are 30.84 and 30.73. So just give me a sec. I always want to be bullish above the prints. So 31, just going to change that. Yeah, and 31.25. Let me just move these guys up. All right, want to make sure that that's good. Okay, I'm human. All right, let's go to XLU. XLU, utilities. This is interesting. It normally starts a seasonality rally March to the end of April, but it started way earlier. So I don't always just go by seasonality. We definitely want to go with the prints, and we did have some prints this week. 58.42, 58.39. We do have a dividend March 21st. But we will be bullish above 58.50 and bearish below 57.80 for XLU. All right, let's go to the miscellaneous stocks. AAL. This was a great short off that last set of prints. And then we got more prints, 32.03. So this week we're going to be bearish below 31 and bullish only above 32.50. For AAL. Disney, massive prints, and then we had news that came out over the bell. After the bell, that was such insider trading. I can't. It's crazy. We see it every day. We see the prints, and then they waited until after the bell to put the news out. Bullish, bearish, it did go down, but let's see what happens next week. We have prints at 114.62, 114.50. I mean, we rarely get prints on Disney. 114.50, 114.22, and 114.20. So after the bell, it did drop down. But this week, we're going to be bullish only if it can break above 115.50 and bearish below 113.30. We'll just follow those prints. eBay had some pretty big prints also. Chart looks really interesting. We're in this kind of sideways little consolidation here with big prints. That's when the dark pool loves to get in there. We're going to be bullish above 36.50 and bearish below 36. We have CVS. This was a great whisper last week. And this week we had prints as well, 56.65. So we'll be bullish above 57 and bearish below 55 for CVS. Ford had lots of prints as well. Yeah, chart's looking pretty bearish. I'll be bearish below 837, only bullish above 880. FOXA, 21st Century Fox, massive prints once again. We'll be bullish above 52.25. It's a major breakout there. And bearish below 50.87. GE also had a lot of prints as well. I'm going to be bullish above 10.50 and bearish below 9.75. Hewlett Packard also had big prints at 19.25 this week, bullish above 20, bearish below 19.20. Lilly, great short off those prints last week. This week, more prints. We're going to be bullish above 125, bearish below 122 for Lilly. And Starbucks still has not moved much since the massive prints that have been coming in. So patience. They're not going to move it until they're done. And obviously, they haven't been done yet because we got more prints this week. But we're going to be bullish above 71.75, bearish below 70. All right, definitely watch those levels. XLC, an ETF with major stock holdings. Facebook, Google, Netflix, Verizon, Disney, ATVI, AT&T, CMCSA. You name it, it's in this one. We're going to be bullish above 47.25 and bearish below 46.75. It's the Communications ETF. It's a slow mover, so you can trade the stocks within it. But when we get, when we get these big prints on it, definitely want to call it out to your attention. And the last one, XLI, the Industrial ETF. And this also has big guys in it. And the chart does not look so great. Yeah, it's looking pretty bearish, you guys. This has Boeing, of course, that's definitely pulled it down, but did have a rally at the end of the day, on end of the week. UNP, 3M, Honeywell, UTX, GE, Caterpillar, UPS, LMT, CSX. Big guys are in this, and big print happened at 74.55, and we are below that print. So I'm only going to be bullish above 75, and I'm going to be bearish below 73.75. So there you have it, you guys. That is the Darkpool Weekly Whisper for March 18th. Be careful. My favorite strategy is putting on a strangle when we have uncertainty, when we have big prints and we don't know whether or not it's buying or selling, but we know a big move is going to happen. So I highly suggest you put on one of those and you add to the right side. So after, I think by Friday we'll probably know. I'll definitely send push notifications out during the week. And then you want to add to the right side. So that's always the best way to trade when you don't know. All right, guys, happy trading.